everybody, Backyard Bullion here, or at least a very croaky Backyard Bullion. You'll have to excuse my cold. We are here on Tuesday morning, the 15th of November. The Memorial Sovereign is out today. In about 5 minutes, I would imagine, this website will refresh into the queue, or at least the preparation for the queue, and then we'll see how we get on. So it has been confirmed, this is the design. As we can see, that leaked image was definitely the one we're going to get. It's going to be, I think, a bit of a bloodbath this morning. I think there's going to be lots of people who are going to queue for this coin. The first sovereign of King Charles is a big deal, and a lot of coin collectors out there and sovereign collectors out there will be very interested in getting that. The first year, there'll be 2 sovereigns with different monarchs on them in the same year. That's another big deal. Now, I have seen a little bit of chatter about the Royal Mint basically milking it by bringing out another sovereign, and it could just be one of many ones that we can expect, and this is how it's going to be going forwards. But I counter that by saying this is us living through history. We've just had this huge changing of the guard from the Queen, who's been this staple head of state for 70 years, and now we have moved on to a king. And I think it is worthy and right that we have this new coin to celebrate and commemorate Her Majesty the Queen as well. So it's going to be exciting to see how this goes. I will share some footage as we go throughout the morning. I'll probably just stop and edit it all together. One thing that's really annoying me about the Royal Mint's website, though, is this picture here in the middle. Could they not have put the bloody sovereign in a center orientation? Like, it's off at an angle. Ugh, it's so frustrating to see that. My inner OCD. I know I'm not the only one that's noticed that and is annoyed by it, but I think we can maybe forgive them because the design is phenomenal. But it's just these small things which always come up for the Royal Mint about quality and how we can just, one step further and they will literally be the best mint in the world. But anyway, OCD of small photos aside, it's coming very soon. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting one. Now, in terms of what I'm targeting this morning, I'm hopefully going to be getting one of the sets. I'd love to get the quintuple set. The quintuple coin is going to be the quintessential one in the series for me. The double sovereign is kind of the second place run-up coin, and the only way that you can get those is within the sets of coins. So hopefully that will happen. It's unlikely, though, because there are going to be a whole host of people in the queue, so we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But for right now, we can just admire the Royal Mint's website before it ticks over and starts becoming the queue. So we'll catch you during the queue and then see how we get on. Okay, so 8:30, what are we, 8:31 on my phone, and it's ticked over now to, we are preparing to launch our latest product. Who knows quite how the Royal Mint's queue system works, but this is what you experience if you are just sat on the Royal Mint's website on a launch day. So now the advice is don't refresh your page, just sit back and relax. And then at 9 o'clock you'll get a little number and we'll jump back and show you what number we are in the queue, see if we can actually beat the queue and get in and get a coin. Okay guys, it's 8:59 AM, so any minute now this is what will happen in the queue. We'll see it refresh itself and we'll start to see some bars and progress bars come down at the bottom with a number. I'm betting tens of thousands, 20,000, 30,000, could be anything, or we could get lucky and get in very early. So let's just wait and see. Here we go. There you go. It has refreshed. Thank you for visiting our website. Thank you for visiting the Royal Mint's website. You have been placed in a queue due to the launch of the Memorial Sovereign Collection, which marks the first time the coin featuring the official coinage portrait of His Majesty the King. We're expecting high levels of traffic on our website. Well, I don't think that we were not expecting that. Now, this is interesting. You can see this image here. It looks very gold. That, I think, is the proof image. So the sneak peek image that we had earlier was very much the sort of matte finish BU sovereign, because it was very pink and coppery. This is very much that sort of silver alloy with gold. So hopefully the proofs will look that good. So where will we be? Oh, that's not too bad. 1,798. So that's could be worse. I guess we'll see how we get on when that sidles on down to 0. But I'm sure there are plenty of others out there with higher numbers. So one thing that I've always noticed as well is if you go onto your phone or another laptop or a PC or something, sometimes you can actually get different queue numbers. So it's going down. Anyway, good luck, Godspeed to all of you. We'll catch you up in a bit when this ticks over into the website and show you what the entire range looks like and some of the other particulars about it. So I am in, and we can see all the different offerings available. It maybe seems that the queue isn't quite as manic as some had expected. I still expect all of these coins to have sold out pretty quickly within the next couple of hours. There's a fair few of these single sovereigns left, but I do think these will go by certainly lunch, probably by the end of the day at the very latest. So you can see here all of the price points are confirmed: 5595 for the 5-coin set, 2900 for the BU, and so on. You can see all of these going down. For me, it's nice to get in. We're going to get hopefully this 5-coin set, and we'll go from there. Really, I think it's a good release. Seems to have gone quite smoothly from the raw mint. So that's basically it. Good luck. I hope you got the coins that you want. Right, it's just ticked over to 10 AM, so we've been going an hour now, and I thought it would be good to check in and see how things are going for this release, see what some of the stock levels might be like as well, with our sneaky way of finding out what's technically available for each of the listings. They still haven't fixed this wonky image. I'm really annoyed by that, considering they've literally taken tens of millions of pounds in revenue. They can't even get a straight image. Anyway, we'll put that to one side in the OCD annoyance basket, but as predicted, we can see that the 5-coin set and the 4-coin sets have sold out. Interestingly, the 4-coin set sold out first at about 9:20, maybe a few minutes before that, which kind of makes sense in a way because it's, of course, half the price and there's less of them. But I still think that the 5-coin set's the quintessential one with the big fat 5 sovereign piece. So an hour in, and there are still some to order. And I kind of expected that, to be honest, because as you can see, there are some pretty high mintages in some of the singles here with 17,500 maximum mintage on this limited edition presentation for the single anyway, because of course there are others in the other sets as well. So here's a sneaky way of finding out what's in stock. So if you go to the page and you click the right click and you go view page source, you can also just do Control U. You get all this big kind of gobbledygook here, but if you do a keyword search for available and you press a few times, you can then sidle on over to where it says total available, and here we can see it says 4,137. Now that's of course out of the 17,500. So that's kind of, it's pretty good, to be honest. You know, they've sold 13,000 give or take of these within an hour. That's a lot. So if we do 13,000 multiplied by 695, the raw mint's taken £9 million in an hour just on this individual coin alone. So you can certainly see that it's moving quick. An hour. I would be surprised if there are many of these available after lunch coming into the afternoon, especially as the US starts to wake up and starts to log on and starts to get some of these coins. So that's, I think, a pretty good sign. One thing that we always do is measure these now against like the previous releases from the Great Engraver series or other sovereigns, and if it's not sold out within 3 minutes and there's not 100,000 people in the queue, then it's a flop, which I think is a bit of a sort of bad way to measure it. So let's have a look at the 3-coin set, which is the only set that is now available. So here we can see there's only 39 of these currently left available to order. Now you've got to take those numbers with a pinch of salt, because they won't necessarily be reflective of things that are held back for VIPs and people with account managers and the like. And so inevitably some will probably filter through to the website over time, but you know, it's a good indication that they're selling well. So here we've got 1,500, you know, so that's 1.6 million pounds worth sold of those already. So yeah, I think it's going pretty well. You know, some of these outline coins here, the Piedfort, interesting one, the Piedfort. I'll probably pick it up actually. I'm probably going to check out in a moment with this, because there are still 171 out of 2022 available. It's an interesting one. I do think it would be quite good. I've got the Piedfort from the 2022 Platinum Jubilee one, so perhaps to have it as a companion piece would be a good idea. At least I can get it and see if it's any good, and then maybe send it back if I'm not too happy with it, certainly if the quality's not great. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, it's been pretty good, I would say, for people. There's availability now for the regulars, which is great. I kind of like it like this, because if they'd just done a few thousand only, it really would be a complete bloodbath and a flipper's wet dream. They would have been able to flip as many as they like for whatever they like. But with the mintages being where they are. It means that there's more inclusivity for this. It also means that there's going to be 17,500 people who get this design and absolutely love it, and then perhaps think to themselves down the line, I want the double, or I want the quintuple. And that's good for these ones here. So whilst the mintages are higher than other releases, and certainly higher than the Platinum Jubilee ones, I still think that this is a good hot release. My advice to anyone who is buying or is thinking of buying these is hold it for a while. You're not going to necessarily gain the flips on these as quickly as you might think, but I still think these are a beautiful coin series. It's going to be very interesting to see this design on a quarter to see whether or not it really does sing through. But there we go. That is my little vlog of the release day from the Royal Mint. And you'll have to excuse my voice, it's about to go. Now, normally I would be doing a video on a Wednesday. This is going out on Tuesday because it's release day. Guys, I'm going to skip Wednesday and save my voice. I've got a pretty cool coin to review for Friday, and hopefully my voice will be a bit better by the end of the week if I've not lost it entirely. So no video tomorrow. This one will have to suffice for you. Thank you all for watching, especially you Cool Kids Club members. Thank you so much for your continued support. We'll see you on the next one. I'm going to go now before my voice completely dies. Have a good one. See you next time.